Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning, and I'm standing right in front of the Aberargie Distillery, newly built in 2017, and there's only one more week to go until the production process starts. Here you see all the barley fields in which the distillery is situated and where it gets its malt from. I'm standing here beside the mash tun. It's a standard classic mash tun, and from the left there is the grist from the grist silo coming. The mill is right below, and on the left hand side there are the malt bins where there's space for 2 full truckloads, 2 times 20 tons. The mash tun is rather small with only 2 tons, but just the right size for the upcoming fermentation. I'm standing right in front of the fermentation tanks, the Washbags, and each of them holds 10,000 liters, which is the complete output of one batch in the mash tun. And these Washbags are made from stainless steel, and they have a specialty. They have a glass lid on top, so that you can look into the fermentation process without having the risk that vinegar bacteria are penetrating the wash. From here on, the wash is pumped to the stills, and the 10,000 liters from one tank, from one washbag, is right the amount you fill into the wash still. I'm standing here right in front of the centerpiece of the distillery, of the wash still, which you can find out by seeing the small glass window in the neck, where you can see the boiling liquid, the wash. Behind you see the barley fields of the distillery with the rest of the harvest, and the distillery owns 300 acres of soil where the barley for the distillery is produced, and they are experimenting with several different species of barley to find out differences which fit best to the stills. Here I'm standing beside the spirit still. The spirit still has a reflux bowl, quite huge, so that the evaporating alcoholic vapors condense again at the cooling bigger surface of the reflux bowl and drop down again into the still to be redistilled, and this redistillation leads to a smoother alcohol. And from there, over the line arm and the condensers, the liquid is passed into the spirit and sample safe, and with these 2 valves you can regulate the drain of the liquid, and then those glass cylinders fill up, and in those is a spindle and a thermometer, and with this you can look up in a table how high the alcoholic content, the ABV, is, and then you switch over by this knob on top so that the faints go into the faints receiver and the hard cut is going to the spirits receiver, and in the next batch the faints are put in again into the spirit still and are redistillated again. Here with the wash still, the alcoholic vapors rise up. Then you have the reflux in reflux bowl, but when they're hot enough, they rise through the neck up to the joint on top, and from there on the line arm goes down, heads down, and the alcoholic vapors condense on the walls of this line arm and going into the condenser, so no alcoholic vapor is going back again after it passes this joint on the top. In the condenser it's condensed and then is going on to the spirit safe. We are now here in the dedicated warehouse, the storage area for the casks, and here lie the first batch of 75 Pedro Jimenez sherry casks, which will be for the first batch or the first production of the distillery. Not quite. There will be a first run for cleaning the complete equipment, then the first runs where they fine-tune the spirit, and then when everything is set up, then these casks will be filled as the first. And this is, well, part of the story behind Aberargie. They want to produce local grown whiskey from local grown barley in premium casks, not reuse hogsheads, but fresh sherry casks, fresh ex-bourbon casks, to have, well, the whiskey from the startup as the best one available. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come, as always.